Hard to believe Rojas didn't save us last night. Ike, how you feeling, brother?
Well, Brother Spike, it's Wednesday, so
it is a Wednesday.
I feel pretty good usually as we hit the middle of the week, and it is draft day. Hopefully we're getting a future star with the Sixers. Last night, mixed feelings about last night. Ranger looked awesome. Our offense looked like they hadn't arrived in Houston yet. Hopefully they're there tonight. Jackie Baseball, don't know what to take away from that last night. Feel good about Ranger continues to look dominant, but, man, offense, give me something. Holla at your boy.
There.
BringTheBellBook.com.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you guys both got your copies today.
We got our copies.
That is very positive today in Phillies land. Yep.
When I was on the phone with Jack earlier, he was hand-delivering a copy of the book.
Yes.
To somebody who had
He's
ordered
out there hand delivering
As a promise.
Yes. Ringthebellbook.com, free shipping still, and Jack still signs the book, and so does Kevin. Kevin didn't sign my book, though.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure you got it in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, if you guys could post about it.
Okay, all right. I'll post it. Unbelievable.
Jesus, man.
I'm just kidding.
You're not.
And we had to pay for our book.
Yes,
Yeah.
was it a free book?
Well, I said it right. Like, why haven't you got your book yet? And he's like, well, do I have to pay for it? I was like, of course. Yeah. No free books.
Yeah, does he know? Yeah, no.
I mean, can't we trade? What is a post
That's
for
what
me
I'm
worth?
saying.
It's not worth $30.
What are you talking? I got enough followers to help you out.
Yeah.
I made Morgenstein pay for one, and he's making $5 an hour.
We have an enormous show today. Oh, goodness gracious. Larry Anderson joins us at 3. Flyers in 50 at 3:30 with another new angle as Connor McDavid has requested a trade.
No, that was fake.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw it for a second.
I
know. Okay. Well, then don't.
It's a total buzzkill. Now, he could still request a trade because he's weird in his postgame press
Can we
conference.
just cancel Rhodes then?
No.
All right, okay.
Daddy.
I will give my YouTube big board for tonight's draft at 4 o'clock and the Eagles Insider of the Year power rankings at 4:30. We'll get to the draft, but I do want to start with that game last night. So as soon as you're right, Ike, amazing performance from Ranger, who, since he has come back, which I did not believe Ranger was going to be this when he came back. I thought the back thing was going to be there all year. Knocking on wood that it doesn't come, but he's been their best pitcher since he's come back. Which is something to say because it is a staff with 3 other really, really good pitchers. One who is the best pitcher in the National League, debatably, right?
Yep.
So that part was great. But immediately, as soon as the game ends, they're down to their final out, and Johan Rojas is up at the plate, and I was like, I know what's going to happen here. And it goes 2-0. He swings at that third pitch, which even T-Mac on the broadcast was like, you can't swing at that pitch. Like, what are you doing? And I texted Jack immediately. What a disastrous at-bat from Johan Rojas. But then the more that I think about it, how does Rob Thomson, in a 1-run game, in the 9th inning, let it go, Otto Kemp, Buddy Kennedy, Johan Rojas, with Kepler on the bench, with Marsh on the bench, with Stott on the bench. By the way, with Trey Turner up right after Rojas. Yeah. So at least Stott you send up there and say, hey, foul pitches off until the guy walks you. Look, it's one game, but you never know when it's going to be the one game that is the division. We have a 1.5 lead over the Mets right now, and I'm just like watching it. How do we not, in the 9th inning, this is all I ask. All I ask is give me a professional baseball player in one of the at-bats in the 9th inning. Give me Bryson Stott, give me Brandon Marsh, give me Max Kepler, preferably Stott. But, don't make me go down. It feels like we're the Marlins or the Rockies or something. We're going down to Otto Kemp, Buddy Kennedy, Johan Rojas. Just give me one professional baseball player.
Do you want Rob Thompson's explanation of that?
Yeah, sure. I didn't hear this.
Rojas gets up 2-0 on the count against Hader there. Would you like to see him take a pitch? Especially since that one guy was running?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a strike, so you might as well waffle on it. You're not going to get too many good pitches to hit.
And I know it's left on left, but lefties have actually got Hader a little bit this year. Do you consider it all shooting a lefty there? No.
He didn't consider it at all. We're just going to lefty-righty ourselves to death, even if it's Rojas. Even if it's Kennedy, even if it's... just give me a professional baseball player. That's all I want. We have 3 professional baseball players sitting in the dugout. Nobody's going to complain that you did the wrong lefty-righty thing in the last out of the game. Look, again, not the end of the world, but what are we doing? We try to win the baseball game.
Here's what I'll say to this. I think you're right in sort of there could have certainly been a different managerial move there for Rob Thomson. Here's what I'll say, and I'm a little surprised at the reaction all day about last night's game. Yes, Rob Thomson could have did something that's unconventional for him.
Sure.
Unconventional for him, but we know this is how he managed. He does the whole lefty-righty thing. I don't like it, but it's what he does. So I don't react to it the way everyone else reacts to it. I almost lean more or focus more on what Ranger did last night and how impressive that was. Were we going to sweep the Astros? Probably not. Puts more pressure on the next two games so you can win the series.
Yeah.
It's not an easy series to win. They weren't hitting the ball last night. I don't know. Did anybody hit the ball hard last night?
Well, we had a couple of chances to score. We had guys on base.
Had guys on base, yeah.
Like Trey hit a ball hard late, but it's a single up the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just Rojas, you almost get tired of yelling about Rojas. So this is more about Rob Thomson and not Rojas.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
I agree.
I'm not going to fault Johan Rojas for being Johan Rojas.
Yeah.
But I like there was no chance he was getting a hit.
I totally agree.
There was no chance he was taking a walk. There was no chance he was getting a hit. Just like give me I understand.
I was surprised he didn't try to bunt his way on.
I understand that it's a long season and, you're going to have guys in the lineup that were hopefully in a playoff game at some point. It doesn't go Otto Kemp, Buddy Kennedy, Johan Rojas. But last night, they're sitting on the bench. Give me an at-bat from one of our professional baseball players sitting on the bench.
So do you think that's more important than trying to, I don't know, I guess the weight of him making that final out and losing that game versus what if he comes up with a hit there, the manager trusts him there to get a hit, and what that does for his confidence moving forward.
Nothing.
I'm wondering, is that what Rob Thomson is weighing?
Maybe, but I'm not, my opinion on Johan Rojas is not changing.
Right.
At this point, I've watched enough of Johan Rojas. I know exactly he is a major league player. Mm-hmm. He's a fast guy, good defensive player. There's a lot of games you got to eat innings on the offensive side as well as pitchers. So I get it. I'm just like, if those guys, I don't want to lose a 1-run game with those guys sitting on the bench and those three guys up in.
Well,
in
especially
the ninth.
Casosa was on first base. He got hit by the pitch.
Right. Yes.
So it wasn't. There was an opportunity there to get Trey out.
Yep.
No, I agree. Listen, it's more egregious he swung at a 2-0 count than anything else.
Well, he's trying to waffle it.
I don't even bother to ask what that means.
So waffle means you're trying to launch on a baseball, basically. There was a lot of confusion about waffling. I heard in the morning show, heard in the midday show. That's why I'm here. Like waffling is attempt to do damage on it. It's not like bunt or whatever.
Okay. Well, he didn't waffle it.
He's not really a waffler.
No. Well, he thinks he's a waffler, which is one of his issues.
If that's what that means, then that makes Rob Thomson sound even worse.
Yeah, it sounds like a lunatic.
Yes, now that sounds
That's
even
a fastball count, though. You get Rojas in that spot. You're trying to get one trying to slug.
Well, what's your opinion on that?
I the reaction today I find absolutely ridiculous. I watched last night's game and watched them go down, and I said to myself, well, these guys aren't even going to. Kent might be playing in a playoff series, but these guys aren't going to be playing in a game. I was more upset that they didn't score earlier in the game. I know that there's apparently a 900 plus OPS against lefties for Hader. It's in 20 at bats. It's not a huge sample size from that standpoint. Maybe a great left-handed hitter get. If I was betting, I would rather have righties up there. And I do think we're still in the information gathering stage. I just do. I think you got to figure out who can stick here and who can't.
The information gathering stage on Buddy Kennedy and Johan Rojas.
Well, Otto Kemp led the inning off.
Okay, Kemp's fine. We don't need all information in the ninth inning. How about try to win a game? And I know they won't be up on the playoffs. We do have to make the playoffs first before we wonder who's up in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, listen, there's going to be games they win that they probably shouldn't have won.
I know.
And there's games they lose that they probably should have lost.
But we should put our best foot forward. We didn't put our best foot forward last night in the ninth inning.
They should have scored before the ninth inning.
Well, but it was the ninth inning, and they hadn't scored, and it was 1-0. Just let Stott work a walk. Let Kepler drive one. I just don't want to go down with Rojas and Kennedy, and it just felt pathetic. All right, 215-592-9494. Hopefully they win tonight, and we're fine. It was just you could
Who's
see
on the mound tonight?
You could see it coming.
Wheeler.
Yeah, we're favorites.
Bounce back tonight.
Yeah, going to lose 1-0 again. right.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know if Wills could pitch much better than what
No, probably
the
not.
Ranger did last
Ranger
night.
has been their best pitcher since he came back.
They're not facing Fromber, which is big.
Yeah, he was good too.
They're facing some scrub.
Okay.
Colton Gordon.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
he the
shut
kind of
down
guy
by
that gets us out?
Well, I made fun of Cooper Hummel last night on leading off, and then he hit the home run.
He had the home run.
eighth,
Well, he's hitting 160.
He
or
sucks,
something.
okay? Yeah, I don't care. Cooper Hummel, my ass.